Chris, have a look at this. You're gonna hate me. Welcome to Philadelphia, where it's okay to be queer.
Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are doing another episode of Social Media Lunacy. Today we are covering ADF fuensalida, and it took me a while to be able to pronounce that name. I probably won't be able to pronounce much of the weeb shit involved in this article. I am going to try. Please be patient with me. I am not Japanese and I am not a weeaboo. So let's read about this person. Today we're just going into the peak of the iceberg involving this person. So just know there's a ton of stuff about this person. They rival 𝐜𝒾 with how cringy they can be. It is going to take a while before I can cover everything about this person. I couldn't find any videos online documenting them, so I'm probably new to this, but they are well known, and 𝐜𝒾 has even interacted with them before. So this is technically a 𝐜𝒾 video. I'm just going to call them ADF because they've gone by multiple usernames called ADF, and I don't want to fuck up that second part of their name. So for now on, it's just ADF. And yes, you'll know their other name is on the screen too. Not going to pronounce that. This person has transitioned, and they are known by a new identity, and chances are you know them by their new identity. So we're not covering that identity today. We're just talking about ADF. So let's read about this. Be nice. This person is an autistic. This person is more sensitive / offendable. This person has Asperger's syndrome, so you can't say anything bad, frowny face. Be aware of that, you insensitive fuck. ADF, or Power World Philip V. Haskins de is a 29-year-old unfabulous gender-bending aspie Naruto tard. And yes, this person is obsessed with Naruto. So for those of you guys who are playing the new Fortnite season, this is very relevant for you. Who changes his political views more than he changes his own shit-stained underwear. He is also known as a tardlet, who has a persecution complex to rival that of ℏ𝐺, and I don't know who that is. I might look into that later. Like any good weeaboo with strong opinions, ADF likes to draw existing anime characters out of character as soapboxes for his political LGBT stances, and he was doing it before it was cool, years before other people on the internet started taking these characters and using them to preach SJW shit. If anyone comments on his attention-whoring ways, he dismisses it loudly in his journal as trolling / homophobic / Christian Republican hate mail, flames death threats, and insists that anyone that is connected to 4chan and ED is after him. Keep dreaming, dumbass. And yes, you can see that he shares some of 𝐜𝒾's delusions, that it's all the trolls. Everyone that shits on him, anyone that criticizes him, it's all the trolls. The trolls are after him. He's a wanted man, and the fucking internet is out to get him. He doesn't seem to grasp that his haters aren't anti-democratic, homophobic, anti-Hispanic. They are just anti-him, which is very true. This article is paid for by taxpayers like you. Thanks, America. So he is on Social Security. So just like Chris, he has a tugboat. And you can see a photo of this brilliant man right here. Beginning of a lolcow. And we have a quote by him. 4chan trolls are nothing but cyber fascists. Ooh, that's a new one. Cyber fascist. Have the Ku Klux Klan print goddamn t-shirts for you. You people who sit on your fat asses, who prey on people who are not white, Christian, heterosexual, and has a different opinion from your twisted, fucked up right-wing ideology. You are nothing but neo-Nazi thugs. Very good quote. We know that we're dealing with someone who is a genius when they talk like that. The homophobes responsible will be punished. Punished! Great. Neoconservatives tend to always scapegoat and blame someone else because they cannot take responsibility for their own actions and decisions. We have some artwork here. I'll look at this artwork in a second. I already have them zoomed up elsewhere, but let's read this part of the article first. ADF was first discovered in 2007 by 4chan, when his drawing of Naruto character named Sasuke shooting John McCain caught their attention. And yes, he really did draw this. We can take a quick look at this. This is Sasuke's October surprise. And Sasuke is telling John McCain, "Oh, sorry. I thought you were..." I can't read that. Danzu? I don't fucking know what that fucking says. I can't read it. It's too blurry. "You all look the same to me." So Sasuke is being an edgy boy, and apparently he likes wearing plaid scarves. I didn't know that was a Sasuke thing, but yes, that's the best thing to do when you disagree with someone politically. Draw a picture of an anime character shooting them. Very mature. When they came upon his DA page, which is DeviantArt, they were instantly blinded by over 1,400 pieces of shitty art made from the micro-tip pens, pencils, colored pencils, and Crayola rose art markers. He shares a lot in common with Christian. Despite having nothing that even remotely resembles talent, ADF somehow managed to acquire 200 16-year-old watchers, which is impressive for back then. His choice themes at the time were Naruto, Yaoi, Yuri, and various other shit no one cares about. The trolls quickly started commenting on his page, which you know how this goes. You've seen enough Christian to fucking figure out where this goes. ADF, like most other fucktards, was notorious for hiding comments quicker than a ninja. Very clever there. I like the wordplay. Literally, he just sat on his butt all day at his computer, pounding the F5 key until his fingers got tired, waiting for trolls to come. Of course, ADF was not going to keep quiet while the trolls continued to taunt him. Well, if you're gonna hide people from your comments section, there's no reason to address them. Like, they're already hidden. Like, what are you accomplishing by hiding them and then shit-talking them? Like, I don't know. That just confuses me. Like, if you're gonna shit-talk someone, shit-talk them. If you're gonna ignore them, ignore them. Don't ignore them and shit-talk them. It's not a good combo. Of course, ADF was not gonna keep quiet and let his trolls continue to taunt him. Our favorite glitter-happy person decided to do what any proper indignant target of ridicule eventually does. He threw a highly misinformed tantrum in the form of shitty pictures, more fascinating than his unintentional self. Also made a video addressing ED and the trolls, which was quickly deleted. Sadly, it doesn't look like it was archived either, but let's take a look at this artwork he made. They attack and prey on anyone who is not white, male, Christian, heterosexual. These fascists will terrorize and try to silence you. And we can see that this is a shithead, a literal shithead, with the 4chan t-shirt, a Bible in his pants, a gun next to said Bible, ready to shoot his dick, a noose with something probably terrible written on it, an American flag on one side, and a Nazi symbol on the other side. Those are hand in hand, the same thing. And we see that this says, 4chan trolls, they have shit for brains, B/Rains. Funny, I get it. ADF will not be silent. This literally looks like something Chris would make. Even the way it's colored looks like how Chris would color something. ADF versus ED. Well, the ED article was poorly composed, considering they spent how many minutes they took writing bullshit there. No, I'm not crying about the ED article. He says that he's crying about the article. It's just lovely 4chan trolls posted, sure, know how to make an ass out of themselves. I joined ED. I'll better it too, with the truth. So he's literally pulling Chris Chan's tactics. He joined ED to edit his article with the truth. This is literally Chris Chan shit. All he has to do is draw a picture of him fucking one of his friends, and he's Chris. Of course, the old ED staff and users had to deal with ADF's tantrums toward the site. ADF vandalized this article quite a bit, yes, just like Chris, and threatened to turn early ED writers into the police. The internet police, of course. However, due to his own laziness, or the fact that the cops don't give a shit about ED articles, which we know that can't be true, no one has ever been arrested. ADF's unstoppable phantom gang. When talking to certain people, ADF has been known to impersonate several different characters as an attempt to make himself seem more tough, so he takes on his anime personas, like Chris Chan pretending to be Sonichu. I'm sorry, the Chris Chan stuff is just there for the fucking taking, and the way that he draws humans is just like how Chris Chan draws the fucking CPU goddesses. These personas include Sakura, Sasuke, and his own OOC lesbian version of 𝐜𝒾. I probably said that wrong, but I don't fucking care. These comments, however, only managed to make him seem even more of a pussy than he already is. Sasuke turns on the shuriken. Die, bitch. Typical response from his sock puppet party. Very manly to do that. And we see one of his characters right here. This is one of his brilliant characters. He looks like Joey Wheeler from Yu-Gi-Oh! And his hands are tiny as fuck. And they look like they're just little fucking stumps growing out of his arms. They don't even look like hands. His first OC gay series, Ko-chan High School, that ended due to his fights between him and 𝐜𝒾. 𝐜𝒾 clarified that Ko-chan High School is a fan-made doujin series by ADF, and that she had no real role as to the contribution to the series, other than the permission to draw her various OC characters. This series was ADF's own Sonichu in a way, which I don't know if it's archived, and I don't think I want to read it, but that's another thing you can mark up to being similar to Chris Chan. That was an amalgam of stolen ideas. Wow, what a shock. I've never heard that before. The gravitation and other generic anime cliches, along with stolen artwork from 𝐜𝒾. Wow, steals artwork. Never heard that before. And other artists, combined with his fetishes for oversized paddles. Yes, that is a very niche one. I actually haven't heard that one before. That is new. And handcuffs. The series was short-lived. Very sad. And this is some of the characters from the series. You can see right there, and they have the paddle. A brilliant artist. And we have a quote here. It probably goes something like this. I'm not a big fan of this. I don't think this way, so my apologies in advance. That's always a good thing to start with. I would wake up and pack my essentials, cuffs, paddle, etc. Yeah, you're definitely not like that. As well as school books and stuff. Then I head to school by the subway train, paddle in hand. On campus, I begin to slaughter of butt whacking. I begin my slaughter of butt whacking with my paddle. Before the first start of the bell, I do my work, of course, studying, answering questions. Then lunch comes. Oh yes, I would go sit next to my victim, a very good word to use, and steal their lunch, only to entice them to get mad. So I have a reason of cuffing them to the table, gagging them. This would totally be allowed in school, by the way. School students would watch as always as I whack them on the butt harshly, enjoying to hear their muffled screams of pain. A fucking psychopath. Some people would cheer on after an hour of torturing them at lunch, which you're lucky if you got lunch for an hour. The rest of the classes would begin. After class, I meet up with a few friends and chat like a normal person. You are not a normal person. And head home. I guess that is how it would go. He didn't mention uncuffing them. Again, I don't know if that would be it. So forgive me. Brilliant. We've got more quotes here, so let's keep on going. Oh shit, laughs. I find it amusing since she doesn't really act like that. And yaoi paddle on her is just something different. And the ℒ𝐼𝒾 ch, I probably said that wrong, that you have grown to love. And now we have this wonderful thing I have to fucking read. And we're about to end things off, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this quick little read. Some people even believed that one of ADF's goals was to create a new world order where people are ruled at the end of 𝐜𝒾 paddle, to set up in a system where people are classified by either 𝐜𝒾 or 𝐜𝒾, which I probably said that wrong. It was ADF imagining if his watchers on DA Family would be willing to go into his basement and play Naruto by ranking them either 𝐜𝒾 or 𝐜𝒾. I probably don't know what any of that shit is, and I don't know how to say it. But let's read some more quotes before we end this off. Can you imagine a 𝐜𝒾 government running things? X3. That would be a nightmare. Cops would carry paddles instead of guns. X3. Now we got a longer quote. How did this magical argument come to be? Believe me, it didn't just spring up overnight. One day, all of a fucking sudden, I had a label on me, presented to me by a former friend, ADF. All of a sudden, I was the weak-ass little 𝐜𝒾 on his special people list, and that all of a sudden gave me special pass to write me disturbing messages about how he was going to beat me with a paddle, and drew 1-2 mini pic of my liking of me tied up in bondage. I was rather surprised and altogether pissed off that all of a sudden I had become a butt of ADF's hot sexy Yuri jokes. So he does draw weird art like Chris Chan does of his friends. So he's literally Chris Chan. Oh my god, he's literally a... no, I'm just gonna say he is Chris Chan. I was gonna say slightly more degenerate Chris Chan, but he just is Chris Chan. And that was a brief dive into ADF. I have a lot more I want to talk about with him. I am pacing this as slow as I can because I want to make as many videos as I can, and I don't want to overwhelm you guys. So if you want to see more about ADF, tell me in the comments section down below, and I will continue to cover this person. If you are not interested in ADF, tell me down below also, and I will find a different 𝐜𝒾 to cover. If you guys are entertained by this weird leftist strange shit, then hit the like button. If you guys want to see more videos like this, share it around so people will know that I'm still uploading this shit and that I'm continuing to look at weirdos on the internet. And hopefully you guys will be here next time I stream. Thank you guys for watching, and bye.